Hello and welcome back to Game 2 of the finals of the 2019 Major League Quidditch Championships. We had a fantastic Game 1 with the Boston Outriders rallying back at the end for a 140-135 victory to put themselves up 1-0 in this final series, which is best 2 out of 3. Austin now with their backs against the wall for the third game of this tournament because New York had also put them down 1-0 in the semifinals. They responded huge in Game 2 of that series, absolutely running New York off the pitch. And now they will need to do the same against Boston. But really, the question is here, will anybody be ever able to stop Mario Nasta and Leanne Dillman?
They look like they're the absolute best beater pair in the world this entire tournament, haven't they?
Yes, it's not close. Yeah. Most of the best beaters in the world are at this tournament, and they've made everybody look bad.
Yeah, the only answer, I think, the answer that we're going to have to see is, I don't think we've seen enough of a McBride-Tay-K pairing from the Outlaws. And that's the look that I want to see the Outlaws throw at them. But if you're the Outlaws here, you're certainly not out of this, obviously. Oh my God. And it's brooms up from Rowe. Davis Rowe going to take on Archibald. Looking for a quick start, maybe an emotional lift here.
That's a huge statement from Davis Rowe off of brooms up.
Yeah, making sure that the Austin doesn't come out flat is very important in this game. And Davis Rowe making sure that they don't do that.
Yeah, that's showing, hey, we're still here. We didn't just get run off the pitch. Yeah, we know we took a very tough loss. It's tough to be that close to a win and then let it get away. And you have to get all up for another game with your backs against the wall. But right out the gates, a Davis Rowe goal.
Now Mulcahy's staring down two bludgers from Monroe and Cole Travis. Austin with bludger control. Boston with the quaffle after that goal.
Rowe with a perfectly legal spot there, but it does go right back to Havlin.
And Boston does something interesting. It goes to Teddy Costa from behind the hoops. He's going to shoot. It's going to be at nobody.
I really didn't like that look from Costa.
Yeah, and a really interesting decision here from Boston. It's going to be Lulu Zhu and Max Havlin getting the first substitution, getting the first line here, not Nasta and Gilman.
I think it's less an interesting decision and more that we interviewed Mario Nasta. How dead did Mario Nasta look after
Absolutely.
that game? It's only been 15 minutes.
Giving us some rest. McBride, they do split their beater genders very quickly. It's going to be McBride in with Cole Travis and Gregoire in at keeper.
And as good as Havlin Zhu is, the McBride sets have not had a problem with them so far this series. And a nice goal by Gregoire there. It's 2-0 early.
Yep. And Havlin's going to be able to get control back. Nice play by him after with the quaffle walking up.
Of course, this quaffle line for Boston had to be relied on so heavily as well. Almost all of their goals have come from them.
And now Costa's going to find Dastu. Dastu's going to be met.
That's from behind. He picked her up off the ground. You can't do that. Hey, Lolo.
Dastu gets off the shot. We'll see what the goal call is here.
From our angle, we had literally no angle on whether that ball went through that hoop. So I'm going to rely on the refs here.
Yep. So it is a good goal. He's not going to. Cole Travis is not going to serve any penalty time, but he did contact from behind Lulu Zhu, number 15, who's going to get the bludger back. So Boston's going to retain bludger control and score a goal. Nice little response then after going down 2 goals quickly.
Yeah, and Cole Travis picked up a lot of cards this weekend.
Talk it out the whole time.
So Mulcahy beat out by McBride. Gregoire with possession of the quaffle here. We're going to see Augustine Monroe a little bit later in the quaffle game. Casey Irwin also on the field for the Outlaws and along with Marty Bermudez.
Yeah, Monroe honestly had a quiet game in the quaffle game in Game 1. He needs to improve on that here.
And I think Austin believes that they have a mismatch here. It's Dastu and Quincy behind the hoops. Quincy's going to pass back to Gregoire, but it's going to be a reset because it goes through his legs.
I honestly think Bermudez was just running away from Lulu there because she was going to press, and he figured, hey, if I get it all the way back here, I can always reset it up top. Not a bad play from Bermudez after his beaters really got dominated there for a second on a missed beat of Zhu.
Yeah, Mulcahy and Costa up on the ball. Mulcahy now with Bermudez. Costa's going to mark Gregoire. Cole Travis beats out the point defender. Mulcahy's going to step. No, it's Havlin that's going to step. He's going to back all the way up to the half-court line. They obviously can't cross again. They've already used their reset. Now we're going to get pressure from Zhu. Costa working hard. Goes back to Quincy and that Dastu. And it's Archibald that's going to get the stop. So he's going to beat out Irwin. Archibald's down the field. He's running. He's only got Gregoire to beat. He does beat Gregoire. Now he's going to get rid of the ball. It's a goal, 2-2.
Great answer there from Boston. And really, this whole series has been a story of bludger control. Austin had a little bit of it out the gates, and they turned that into 2 goals. Boston's maintained it for a few possessions here, and they answered with 2 goals.
Havlin and Zuva look better this game than they did in the last game, for sure.
For sure. Now we see the K McBride pairing for the first time.
And Monroe's going to come on the pitch much earlier as a qualifier player than he did last game.
Yeah, I mean, if Boston can get to their Nasta-Dillman line with close in the qualifier game still, that's a win for them.
And Zeus should be able to beat Irwin out here.
Keep that pressure on Boston. You got this.
It was Monroe on the edge looking for Irwin. Irwin saying, why were you throwing the ball there?
Irwin is always quick to tell her qualifier players when she didn't like a look.
McBride able to get bludger control.
Sue loses bludger control there unnecessarily, really.
And now Austin's going to have an opportunity to press here. Take K is absolutely going to go for this one.
Archibald just throws it off the field. Not a bad look.
Yeah, if you're going to turn the ball over, that's the way you want to turn the ball over. Although, again, Austin not one to run on you.
Yeah, but if he got beat at top there, they probably would have run on him.
Much worse situation. But we see the trust that Take K has in McBride to control the back of the pitch. It allows him to go forward and wreak havoc on other teams.
I think it's important to keep noting that as much as we talk about these experienced beaters we've seen forever, I mean, these Boston beater pairs have been here for all 5 years of MLQ. TK was a college junior this past year. McBride was a college senior.
An easy goal there, Monroe to McBride.
Yeah, McBride's had a big series, stepping up in Casey Irwin's injury, which has definitely limited her a bit.
On a long pass here from Archibald to behind was Mulcahy. Mulcahy scores. Great look there from Archibald. We're going to have some refs talk about something.
Yeah, I think the call might be going against Boston, which might negate the goal.
Great offense, guys.
Because I heard Barnes asking them to stop play.
Hey, Brian! Great offense there! Great offense! That was great, everyone.
And that's what Boston likes to do. They like to get on the break. They like to throw those long passes. They like to get their offense going before defenses get set.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how.
It's still a goal, right? That doesn't.
Explain the guarding the third to us, Ethan.
Get that VR. Roll it back. Roll it back. He's got it. Give me the ball.
So explain the guarding the third to us, Ethan.
Sure. Okay, it's a tough. It's basically that you cannot prevent the other team from coming in to pick up the third bludger.
The goal is going to stand.
Hey, Ethan, thank you for that VR, buddy. Thank you, man.
So 3-3.
Wait, if the goal is going to be good, it's going to be Austin ball.
Yeah, it's not going to be Brian Mulcahy's ball if it is a good goal. Yeah, there you go. John Gaffigan, the goal ref, letting everyone know that Mulcahy's second shot there also did go through the hoop.
Top the key, Jay. Jay, top the key.
33 is the score at the 4:40 mark. Monroe is in the qualifier game now.
And I like the patience here from Austin. This McBride, and is Wang at beater. Also been a good pairing with McBride throughout this tournament. He's going to 1.5 this. Zoo's going to pass the bludger back to Havlin. It's going to be Mulcahy guarding Monroe, who's going around the end. He's behind the hoops. He shakes Mulcahy. The shot is no good. It's just going to be a shot, and this is going to be a reset there.
Yeah, Monroe's just been ever so slightly off in this series.
Zoo's going to try and make a play for it. She's not going to get there.
It was worth the effort. She almost got bludger control.
Good idea, Lulu.
Monroe with the ball. Gregoire is going to have his matchup with Dastu here. I think they're going to look to take that. But it's going to go to Goddessy. Costa's going to get beat out. That's going to force the bludger to go.
That's no bludgers.
Good hit there by Mulcahy. Costa's going to tip that. Monroe going to get there. He's not going to be able to go in. But McBride's able to scoop it up underneath.
McBride's been huge for this team in this game.
A great hustle goal from McBride there.
But also credit to Augustine Monroe, who had a second effort after making contact with Costa to put a shot up that would have been really hard to do, and that just allowed McBride to come up with the rebound. So 40-30 now Austin. And here come the bruisers from Boston. Nasta-Dillman, so dominant this weekend. Wang and McBride will be their counterparts.
And they come in with 6 minutes and 30 seconds into the game. I'm curious to see how long of a shift they take here. Costa on the wing, back to Archibald up top.
McBride showing the respect. She's sinking so deep against them, as is Wang.
Got to see beat out. Costa's going to have some space here until Godsey gets back to him. But Archibald's going to take the shot. It's good at the top hoop.
Yeah, they're trying. Oh, and they lose bludgeon control as well. They were trying to be so respectful of the beater play there that they let Jake Archibald way too deep in the lane, which is not a thing you can do.
So this is the beater matchup that we have been waiting for. Tate K and McBride versus Nasta and Dillman.
And Nesta and Dillman start out with bludgeon control because we said Wang somehow lost bludgeon control in that exchange.
Monroe going to take it around the edge. Greenhouse going to step to him. Costa going to step to Godsey. Now it's Josh Andrews with the ball up top. And Andrews is going to have Das2 on him. Maybe they look for that matchup. It's McBride behind the hoops open. Greenhouse going to make a good stop. Godsey going to look for space. McBride step 2 by the keeper Archibald. The Boston Beaters. Boston no longer has bludgeon control.
Yeah.
McBride and Kay were able to, in that scramble, were able to get bludgeon control.
Yeah, good play by them. And McBride's like, hey, we've got bludgeon control. Can you do something for us here, buddy? This is when this team excels with bludgeon control on offense. They're so precise so much of the time.
Costa on Monroe up the side. Now it's going to be Andrews up top. There's not going to be anybody on him. But he's going to throw it back to Monroe.
Okay, he was such a defensive weapon.
Now it's Dasu and Andrews. Dasu going to go for the tackle. She's not going to be able to make it. McBride behind the hoops.
So patient from Austin here.
Yeah. They know the importance of each possession in this game and how dominant that Dillman and Nasta have been with bludgeon control. They really want to make the most of this. Dillman's going to finally throw that bludgeon. It's going to go to McBride. Archibald's going to try and make a play on it. She's going to make a pass that Andrews can't get to. The Austin Beaters doing a really good job on guarding the quaffle right now.
Yeah, keep bludgeon control and keep quaffle possession. Not an easy task there for where that pass went.
Now Monroe's going to attack. He's going to have the first hoop's not going to work for him. Yeah, very patient possession there from Austin, and great beater work from Kay and McBride. Really kept that possession alive and created the situation they wanted.
And then Chaser McBride, Aaron McBride, also a couple smart plays. Too many female chasers will get caught in that corner, and they'll let the keeper kind of come to them. Every time she needed to, she pulled out of the play just to keep the possession going.
Godsey almost almost stripping the ball from Archibald for the third time this series. Not able to do so that time. And Cole now in for Boston at Chaser.
Bludgeon control is held here by Austin still.
Good spell for them with bludgeon control. Boston has not looked good without bludgeon control in any of their lines. And Greenhouse is going to shoot.
It through the hoop.
Great shot there by Greenhouse. That's not exactly the possession that you want to see, but the result is the right one.
Yep. That's something Austin hasn't been able to do that Boston has been able to do here and there, which is scoring when they don't have bludgeon control. It's the strength of that shooting game from so many of their top ball handlers. And we're at the 10-minute mark, 50-50. Neither team budging very much.
Monroe taking a spell here. He's no longer on the pitch. And a great drive there with a missed shot from Garza. Garza gets it to McBride. McBride unable to score. Bermudez almost gets there. There's a big collision.
Oh, and the real unfortunate part here is that whistle is going to stop Garza's goal, and I don't think it's for a foul on Austin by any means.
Harry Greenhouse with the charge after that goal.
That's a tough, quick whistle, though, if Austin can't now convert the goal.
Could have called an advantage there.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it was an injury concern because Bermudez did go down hard.
But
and he did have to sub out.
Monroe coming right back in as the injury sub for Bermudez.
The ball going to Monroe is interesting there.
He's going to pass it to Andrews. Andrews is going to look. Andrews is going to pump. Andrews is going to fire. It was a pass to Garza. Garza slips after the misbeat by Nasta.
That's some high contact.
Cole, there's no call on Cole so far. A beat by Tate K on Dillman is going to maintain bludgeon control for the Outlaws.
So an unfortunate possession there for Austin in a lot of ways. The game stays 5-5.
officials. Blue number 15. It's a yellow card. Illegal boxing.
So there's an unsportsmanlike conduct call on Garza. The Outlaws unable to score after what you said, like you said, was a quick whistle from the officials on Greenhouse for a charge. Could have easily given an advantage and it would have been a goal for Austin.
I don't think that call is what he's upset about. I think he's upset about the high contact from Cole, which clearly gave him a lot of blood on his face, which is why he can't even sit in the penalty box.
But the developing story in this game is that Kay and McBride have been able to keep bludgeon control out of the hands of Boston's best beaters. 5-5 game. Archibald with the ball up top, guarded by Monroe. Nasta in front of him.
Boston kills the totality of that Harry Greenhouse penalty from the charge on Bermudez.
Boston back at full strength. Nasta gonna make a tap beat. Archibald's still looking to shoot. Those Austin beaters are sitting real deep.
Yeah. They do not want to give up bludgeon control. They know what giving up bludgeon control means. I didn't like that look at all. Even if Cole possibly cleans it up, which he's not going to. He's going to swat it out of bounds. Oh, and a pass by an AR to nobody in particular.
So now Wang is going to come in for Tate K. Good shift here for McBride and K. Wang looking to pick up the slack as well.
McBride doesn't get substitutions in this game. Oh, that's a late swat from Hannah Catcher, but nothing called.
And now Andrews is going to drive, and Andrews is going to score.
So I think Catcher will end up getting a blue card here when all is said and done. Obviously, it won't matter because she won't serve any time because of the blue card, and blue cards don't stack. But if for whatever reason Austin hadn't scored, it would have been a relevant swat.
So that is the call.
So 12:30 now, the score 60-50 in favor of Austin. And really, it's just been such a long sustained bludgeon control from Austin now.
Yeah.
A real difference from game one when Mario Nasta and Leanne Dillman were in the field. But it's Austin prioritizing bludgeon control, knowing how important it is, even if it makes their defense a little less effective.
There's a real turtling of the bludgers here from Austin.
Archibald also subbing out for the first time. Ian Skur now in. Played very little in game one.
Also has a decent shot. Controls the offense very well.
So does Greenhouse. I mean, there's so many shooters on this team.
Nice movement, Boston. Keep it up.
Now it's going to be Cole up top. Now Greenhouse has space, but he's going to pass to Cole. He's going to go right back to Greenhouse. Let's take the space.
I mean, this isn't really Cole's style, right? He wants to be an off-ball winger making cuts. Austin says, make as many cuts as you want. Our entire defense is going to be packed into our hoops right now.
Catcher on the wing. Passes to Skura. Boston being very patient, looking for their beaters to work.
It's a very Austin-esque possession from Boston right now.
Skura driving, Skura shooting, but Gregoire there for the stop.
Yeah,
now Gregoire's going to take off. Dillman's looking to turn. It's a pass there. Monroe's able to get over the beat.
Yeah, huge dodge by Monroe, keeping his composure to make the catch and dodge at the same time. But really, the play there, big play there was by Gregoire, who read that Ian Skura shot like a book.
Yeah. And we were talking about bad turnovers. Shooting the ball right at the keeper who's able to then take off is always a bad turnover. Yeah. Now Mayer in the game for Boston.
And I mean, this is a massive stage for a college junior ball carrier. We'll see how long Jake Archibald actually stays out of this game.
Gregoire and Greenhouse in the back. Skura now up top. Back to Greenhouse. And now Boston has gone to their third, what is now going to be their third beater line. Oh, and Skura with the little shot, it's unable to go.
You can stop here, Boston. You got this.
Jesse Knowlton out there with Dalton.
Austin could really open up a nice little advantage for themselves if they can get one more goal here. Especially against this third line
And Monroe's
of Boston.
Monroe's dishes. It's a goal. It's a goal for Gregoire and a nice pass from Monroe.
And this adjustment by Austin of we are going to prioritize bludgeon control over literally anything has been the biggest difference maker in this game.
Yeah, Boston has not been as good offensively. A few shots when they're in the half court, a few shots have gone down, which is why the score is still close-ish.
But I would say we're going on 5 minutes of sustained bludgeon control from Austin right here. Skura on the wing.
Now back to Greenhouse up top. And back to Cole, who's going to fire. Another nice shot from Boston, really keeping them in this game.
I think he's going to ask if there was a beat before. Justin Cole definitely shot that ball first. And yeah, the only way Boston is going to be able to make Austin respect enough to keep their quaffle players away, keep their bludgers away from the hoops is making some of those shots. Greenhouse is going to have to come out with a minor knock there. It didn't look like anything too serious, though. 80-60 to score at the 16-minute mark in favor of Austin.
And Costa comes in for Greenhouse. Austin with McBride and Wang, able to maintain control. Gregoire with the quaffle. Gregoire's going to drive. Gregoire's going to shoot real easy there.
Yeah, that was precision from the two beaters.
And yeah, right on cue, we're going to get two beater subs from Boston. They were... And timeout from Boston here as they look to regroup. It's still a close game here, 9-6, but Austin definitely thinking about pulling away.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about bludgeon control. Boston has to figure out a way to get bludgeon control out of Austin. They are turtling their bludgers and saying, we are not going to give up bludgeon control even if we give up goals. And Boston, you know, if they do that, you can't get bludgeon control from them. All you can do is hit some shots. It's basically what Heat had to do against them in the U.S. Quidditch Cup final. Did against Cavalry, at least. Just get in the lane, hit those shots, and they have hit some of them, but they should be a little bit more consistent there, just finding their lanes, taking those shots. There's no real way to wrench bludgeon control out of beaters literally standing on top of the middle hoop.
And it's real credit to the Outlaws that they've made Boston play a style they are not used to playing for the entire season and for the entire tournament so far. Really likes to get on a run, and we just haven't seen that from the Knight Riders this game.
No, for sure. This has been a half-court battle. More of a chess match than a drag race.
So we'll see what beater tandems come from Boston here. I don't think they can go as deep as they want to with their beaters now.
I think that third line we saw for about a minute there is going to be the only thing we're going to see of their third and fourth lines.
Yeah, the scoring just came too easy. You saw in that last goal there, McBride and Wang just tore through that team. And Gregoire was able to put it through very easily.
Yeah, but I mean, Boston's a team that can be a little smarter about their minutes right now, right? Austin is on death's door. They have to win this game. Boston doesn't want to get in a situation where they put too much effort in this game, they lose it, and then they don't have enough in the tank for game 3.
Yeah, you gotta go get a win right now. You're still in it, Ethan. You're talking like they're out of it.
No, I don't disagree. I mean, that's why I would play that shift for 2 minutes, just to make sure you don't completely run your top 2 beater lines into the ground. I don't think it hurt them that much. Maybe they were -1. I don't think they got pulled off the field or anything.
No. It is Zune Havlin coming in for Boston.
The real question is how long Skura will be in for Archibald.
Yeah, we've seen two questionable shots from Skura so far. You said it was a big stage for him, but he's handled himself competently all tournament. But a big shot that led to a turnover and a goal earlier, and kind of a weak shot a little bit later. But they look active. Boston looks active.
Talking about beater depth, Molina now in at beater. We haven't seen that much of him from Austin. McBride, though, never subs out.
Yeah, Cole up top now. He's going to get it to Costa. We're going to see some pressure there from McBride.
Slow and steady possessions from everybody now.
And the Austin beaters are getting a little further from those hoops now. We might see something from Boston to try and make a play.
McBride usually does that very strategically, though. If she's far from the hoop, she knows there's not a beater anywhere near her, which there wasn't in that case. You can see she's fading back because Havlin and Zoo are so far away from her.
You're right.
She loves that behind the hoops sit, but because she's going to need it because Costa's looking for space behind. He gets it on the wing, and Austin has no interest in stepping to these ball carriers.
And Zoo now coming in to make a play at bludger control.
Yeah, Molina came off broom.
Costa with some space. He's going to go over the hoops to Cole. Cole misses.
Tie.
A nice kick there from Costa. Good thinking to maintain control of the ball.
Molina keeps bludger control. Well, he's going to fight with Zoo for it, but he will eventually get it.
Yeah, nice
Barnes
play there
looking
from
for a
Teddy.
call.
Nice play there from Teddy Costa to make sure that Boston doesn't turn the ball over.
17 and a half minutes here, 9-6. If Boston can get a stop and a goal here, it could go a long way towards starting to make them feel more comfortable in this game. I don't know what the blue card was, but it was on Aaron McBride. I thought it was on Kylie McBride for a second. Got the sisters confused. That would have been a much more painful foul for Austin because it would have officially meant the end of bludger control.
Just 2.5 minutes left until the 20-minute break.
McBride a little caught out right now. We'll see if she can get back to the hoops before Havlin can attack her. Havlin doesn't attack that aggressively though, and she just fades right back. Goes with the ball on the wing. Right across the Skura. They're always building towards this one pass to Cole. It's what this entire offense seems to be operating on right now. Might be Skura now, though, as he takes the spot behind.
And now they're going to, Cole's going to take his time on the wing. Skura behind, right back to Cole. We're going to get a tap beat on Davis to create some space, but Skura also beat out in the process.
And this is a marquee defense from Austin. This is the Cavalry Wall MLQ Rules edition, and you have to imagine Boston studied this a lot and knows what they want to do against it.
And now Costa's going to fire over to Mayer. Cole, there's going to be a missed beat there. Cole's going to take off. Cole behind the hoops. Pass to Costa, who mishandles it. He saves it. Now it's a goal. What a shot from Teddy Costa.
Yeah, that was the old hook shot there into the middle hoop. Big goal in what probably was a 3 or 4 minute possession right there.
Yeah, it was a really long possession. It feels good to get a goal after such long possessions. Now Molina coming up high with McBride.
Closing in on the 19-minute mark here.
Davis
9-7.
Rowe uncovered so far. Now Monroe wants to just take it. He passes to McBride behind the hoops. McBride shoots. McBride scores. Great game here from McBride.
So smart from McBride there to get around Skura.
Chaser McBride.
Yes. Aaron McBride.
Aaron McBride.
Both McBrides have had great games, let's be honest. 19-minute mark. This is a big possession. I think Boston would much rather go into the 20-minute timeout down 2 than 3. I feel like it's a big difference in confidence.
It definitely feels different.
Archibald is finally back in the game here for Skura.
It was a long shift there for Skura. It was definitely competent, but you like to see at least one more goal from him. That turnover was costly. Now Archibald's going to have space, but he's not going to get to use it.
Yeah, there's no beaters here for Boston. Max Havlin had to go get a ball. Teddy Costa almost shot that. A shot will still count as a reset. A missed shot still.
Some confusion here.
So the thing is, you cannot give a bludger off field pitch to a beater who's holding a ball. Max Havlin was holding it when the ball went off pitch, so it was assigned to an Austin beater. At least that's what I saw there. And then Havlin tried to throw his back. We'll see if anything changes here.
Havlin is going to get the ball back.
Ricky Nelson there overruled Christian Barnes, I think, amongst the 2 ARs. So bludger control right before snitch on pitch for Boston. Of course, bludger control has become a much more fluid thing once the secret beating starts. You can't really maintain it just by sitting under hoops.
Now Archibald wants to line up a shot here. It's going to be a pass to Cole Travis.
Justin Cole.
Justin Cole puts it through. Great pass from Archibald. Justin Cole able to put it through. It's 8-10. That's that 2-goal lead That's a 2-goal lead.
And that goal happened just maybe half a second before the 20-minute mark, which is going to get Austin one more free possession. Unfortunate timing there for Boston. So now Austin does get in their 2-mil set that they'll be using a snitch on pitch of Kay and Travis. They'll try to get bludger control on what I'm sure will be another very long possession here.
I got him right there. Haven't making a play to pressure the ball. Austin has gone to a 2-mil beater set. Cole Travis and Tate K.
Cody, make a better door than a window.
Costa marking Gregoire. Now it's Casey Irwin with the ball up top. Cole's going to step to her.
Good job by Austin here maintaining against a press without actually ever using the reset. And as I say that, Davis Rowe commits over too far into the defense. And that will be the last possession of the first 20 minutes. And the Austin Outlaws will take a 20-point lead in with their lives on the line.
So on the reset, it's going to be Boston with the quaffle and bludger control. What did you see from Austin that you liked? What did you say you didn't like?
I mean, what we did like from Austin is something that we're not going to see. Worried about is they just don't look that confident going forward on offense. We'll see what they look like with likely Monroe moving over to the beater game with Snitch on pitch, whether they will have other players able to step up and deliver some goals.
And from Boston, what do you think they need to do better to get back into this game?
I mean, we haven't seen Mulcahy in a long time, right? He's obviously going to be a huge factor with Snitch on pitch. They're going to need to be physical because this game, I feel like they have let Austin into more lanes than they did in the first game. I thought the first game they really shut down every Austin drive. So just a reminder of the stakes. If Boston wins this one, it's game over. It's championship over. Boston will walk off with their third MLQ title. They will be the first team to hit 3 MLQ titles. If Austin can finish this one off, and again, set score here is 170, so 7 points needed for Austin, 9 points needed for Boston. If they will force a game 3, which will be played immediately after this one.
From the Boston Seekers in the last game, but it is going to be a new snitch.
Yeah, it's Cody Kiefer of the Rochester Whiteout program, and a force of a snitch. He looked great earlier today, and I think his only snitch assignment of the weekend, obviously, he was playing for Rochester yesterday.
And it will be Greg Bento for Boston Seeking and Josh Andrews for the Outlaws.
Same stars as the last time. Neither one, though, made the catch last time. It was John Anderson coming up with the catch for Austin.
And it is interesting that they went to Anderson and not Gramichael, the Outlaws. But I assume that since Anderson caught the cinch last time, they will go to Anderson again as their second seeker before Gramichael. Although they might like the matchup of Gramichael versus Cody Kiefer more. So again, Austin with the quaffle and bludger control. And Zoo's going to sub out here for Dillman with the snitch on pitch.
So Dillman, Haviland, look, we don't see that often. They'll be up against Kay and Travis. Monroe's off the field, though, so he could join zone 2. Exchange of beats there. Bento's going to get the first look at Kiefer.
Archibald marked by Rowe.
Dillman loses bludger control. A little haphazard play from her. Josh Andrews going to get a
and
nice
pass to Grace Dastu from Jake Archibald. An easy goal for Boston.
A big, strong seeker is not Josh Andrews' ideal.
And now Gregoire to Bermudez. He's going to take on Dastu. He's going to get around Dastu easily. Bermudez is going to fire. Bermudez is going to score. That's going to be a matchup problem there.
Yeah, I mean, Austin's fine exchanging goals here, right? They've got a 2-goal cushion. They could just win this game by scoring 7 times.
Got this, Mario. Let's go.
Now Austin with bludger control.
Josh Andrews just threw a arm to the head of the seeker here, Cody Kiefer, and he's going to get back to the hoops for his troubles. Leanne Dillman here staying in the bludger game? No, she's just going to make 1 tap beat.
Now out to Costa on the wing. Gregoire guarding him. And a fire here. A great shot from Teddy Costa.
11-10 now the score.
Yeah, but Tate K and Cole Travis really dominating the bludger game right now.
Yep.
Although Costa very close to the snitch. Trade of beats there.
Kay will be there to clean up bludger control, I believe. Josh Andrews getting so much time here on Kiefer.
Now Gregoire driving. Gregoire is blocked by Archibald. Boston unable to jump on it. It's going to be a pile. It might be a while before it gets... No,
the ball pulls it out. Oh, Bermudez is the ball.
And
how did Bermudez end up with that quaffle?
Yeah, the quaffle sneaks out. Bermudez gets and is able to score.
That looked like a rugby scrum where the ball just pops out, but I thought it was Justin Cole popping it out. It was Marty Bermudez who ended up with it.
Still a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, and just 5 more goals to a victory.
Now the score right now is 10-12.
Beckman gets his first look at Kiefer here.
Now Archibald on the drive, trying to get by Irwin.
Oh, I don't think that...
The ball goes into the hoop. It's now 11. It's now 11-12.
John Anderson's going to get his first look at Kiefer, as it was Tyler Beckman. Sustained bludger control with Austin.
No, Boston now has bludger control. An easy goal there for Austin.
In the quaffle game, I mean, slowly Austin's ticking towards the set score.
But Beckman is going to have an opportunity here.
Oh, again, TK trying to take it off of the ground lean that he.
And a long pass here from Archibald to Costa. Costa across to Dastu. Dastu scores. It's 12-13. Our set score is 170. We're trading goals here.
Which again favors Austin.
Austin with bludger control again.
And we get a stoppage. Not much action happening. I think it was a beater foul or beater play that needs to be discussed.
Might be a bludger turnover here.
Cole Travis is the one that seems the most upset, I think. All right, TK
Let's
also
take
upset.
K. That is gonna give bludger control back to Boston. A big foul there. But on the restart, it is gonna be Anderson. It is gonna be Anderson with a shot to catch.
It's not going to be a quaffle turnover, though. And honestly, bludger control, much less important in seeker play than it is in the normal standard snitch floor play because it just exchanges so quickly.
Although we have seen Austin in this game with the majority of possession here, and that's allowed their seekers more time with the snitch.
Anderson's going to get a free shot here. Not making the most of it, though, for sure. Austin is at a point where a catch just wins them the game.
Anderson almost reached around there.
Garza coming off a screen from Irwin. Makes it through the middle hoop. Only 3 more goals are needed now for Austin.
And a catch will win it. Archibald coming up the pitch.
At some point, Boston has to think about stopping exchanging goals because it's quickly becoming...
Big pick there from Dastu. Over to Costa. Costa's going to find his way around and score.
14-13 now.
Nice catch there from Dillman. Big play there by Leanne Dillman. Going to give Greenhouse a chance.
The snitch game. Garza is able to flip it across to McBride. Throws it through the 30. Austin just needs 2 more goals. At some point, Boston's going to need to rethink their strategy here. You can't keep your beaters in the seeker game and let the other team get to the set score.
Now Mulcahy's going to drive. Mulcahy's going to score again in an exchange of goals. And it's going to be Bento trying to catch. And now it's Gramichael in there. He's got all the time in the
I
world.
think it's the first time we're seeing him this series. We get a stoppage.
We have a
Casey
player
Irwin has a lot of blood on her.
I didn't see the hit that led to that.
It clearly came from Mulcahy because he was apologizing. So 2 goals wins this game for Austin and keeps the series going. 3 goals wins this game for Boston and ends this MLQ Championship. Either way, a snitch grab ends the game.
And it's Garza with the ball up top, going to get a pick from Hickmont.
He's got McBride open if he can get it to her. He does. Tay Costa might get a card here. McBride overthrows him.
It's gonna be a horse race.
I thought Costa went right through that hoop pretty illegally there.
Either way, it's a good defensive stand by Boston's chasers.
They would need 1 more here basically to get on the top side of the exchanging goals.
Now Bento's gonna have time with the snitch.
Slow possession here from Boston.
Anderson, as of right now, a snitch grab is their best way to win. Costa around the edge. He's going to take on Hickmont.
Dominating in the secret game right now.
It's Hickmont back there. Costa taking into the corner.
There's no bludgers in the quaffle game. Oh, Tay Costa loses the ball. Emily Hickmont jumps on it. I think Tay Gay should just go clean up the quaffle game right here.
We'll see what the call is.
I think Costa might be cramping on the ground over there. Yeah, it definitely looks like a cramp.
I think Boston has to switch out of Greg Bento here. Cody Kiefer a little bit too big for him.
But really, I mean, I feel like neither team's really prioritizing the quaffle game enough given what the score is. And given that Cody Kiefer can really handle himself out there.
Got this, Bento!
So a great defensive play there by Hickmont. gets the ball for Austin. Oh, and Cole gets it right back.
Oh,
Throws it off of her.
He throws it off of Hickmott like you would in a basketball play to get possession. Oh, he's going to get a blue card for throwing it off pitch because Hickmott hadn't come back on pitch yet. It's how it would work in basketball. So it's a card for Cole and a big opportunity for Austin to pull within 1 goal. I think they need to up the pace, though, because Bento's getting very close in the corner with Kiefer. No reason for Austin to be playing slow here. Hickmott's going to come in for the pick on Mulcahy.
Garza has done the lion's share of the work here with the snitch on.
Oh, no! And Garza didn't see the beat from Havlin coming.
And Bermudez
steps out!
Bermudez steps out. It's going to be a purple ball. And now it's Beckman in for Boston at Seeker.
And Josh Andrews as well in for Austin. Havlin makes a huge play there to come into the Quaffle game briefly and force that turnover.
Yeah, great play there from Max Havlin.
I would like to see Austin pick up the
Zoo
pace
with a
though
huge
in
catch.
the Quaffle game. Oh, and Beckman was close.
Now Archibald up top, marked by Hickmott. Now it's going to be Justin Cole. Andrew's going to have a chance here, but it's only going to be brief.
Nice, Lou!
Now Hickmott makes a good play there. Mulcahy's still trying to pick his way through, unable to do so.
Boston kills that power play. I'm surprised we haven't seen Augustine Monroe in the Quaffle game at any point. Oh, he's back. No, he's not in the Seeker game. I would love to see Monroe come back in and play some chaser.
I think you're right about that. Mulcahy on the wing, still guarded by Hickmott.
Water Control is back again with
And it's
Austin.
going to be Greenhouse for Boston at Seeker.
Anderson in at Seeker for Austin.
He was the one that caught the snitch last game. Archibald still patient.
Oh, dodge there from Greenhouse. He's going to get a shot at Kiefer.
It's going to have to be quick,
He
though.
didn't get anywhere close.
And Bermudez playing really good defense, forces a reset from Boston. And now we're going to find attack. Mulcahy is open. He freezes.
Boston's in no rush here. I'm not sure why. It's really hard to read the strategies of these teams right now. This is a situation that, sure, they practice, but they have not been in, ever. In all of their years playing Quidditch, and a lot of years
There was a
experience on the
misbeat from Dillman that's going to give Anderson a chance here at Kiefer.
I would love to see Travis just turn around and beat Archibald there. Someone needs to go beat a Quaffle player. Is Monroe going to do it? There it is. There's the Quaffle turnover. Monroe should just go with his Quaffle players. No, he should just go with his Quaffle players.
He doesn't, and Garza gets wrapped up by Cole. Cole just takes the ball from him, but he's beat by Kate Tay.
Someone on this
Tay
Austin
Kate.
sideline needs to switch the strategy, and you start to wonder if Azim Hussein was still the head coach of Austin, would this be playing out differently?
Gregoire with the Quaffle. He's being met by Justin Cole. Hickmott's going to set a pick. He's not going to use it. It's going to go back to Rowe. Rowe passes it out to Gregoire. Gregoire's going to try and line up a shot. He can't. Cole's all over him. Cole unable to make the tackle. Gregoire goes. He's going to finish over. He's going to finish over Archibald. It's a 1-goal game for Austin.
Yeah, Austin needs to recognize what is happening here right now. They are 1 goal away from winning this game.
And Boston has to pull their beaters back into the Quaffle game.
Right. Bento is going to take a look now. If I am Austin, I tell Josh Andrews, you are now a snitch defender, and we're going to get 1 more goal, and we're going to win this game. Okay, that is the call from Augustine Monroe.
Now it's Jesse Knowlton in.
I think Austin's fine letting Boston score here.
Oh, and
Okay.
a nice play by Jesse Knowlton to avoid a turnover. Would have been a costly one.
Knowlton and Dillman now the combo. We haven't seen Nasta in a while.
Knowlton working hard. Perry Wang there to meet him in the beating game.
Josh Andrews has no interest in trying to catch the snitch right now. He knows what the situation is.
Back to Dastu, back up to Archibald. Archibald's going to look to line up a shot. He goes around McBride. Now he's going to find a shot. It's going to go through.
All right, so here it is, game point for Austin. They should be putting all their resources into getting this goal. This is where they failed last game. They could not put the last goal away.
And Boston, with their beaters back in the Quaffle game, it's going to be Knowlton and Dillman on this possession.
Oh, I think Hickmott just used their reset. I didn't see the head ref signal it, so I guess not.
You got it, Liam! You got it, Liam!
Davis Rowe gets a step on goal. He's in the lane.
And it's a bad pass there to
To
nobody. And Boston's going to have an opportunity to tie this game up.
Austin!
And Bento's going to have a chance at the snitch.
Wang needs to get back in the quaffle game. It's not about beating Bento right now.
Archibald.
Oh, he's blocked by Gregoire. Oh, that's going to be a card, I think, on Jake Archibald. And that might be the dagger in Boston's game. Be interesting to see if they try to make an emergency sub here. If Austin doesn't run in transition, maybe get Scurry in to be a real keeper instead of Cole.
I don't know if you can take a player off the pitch in this situation.
Oh, it's only if Austin slows it down. You know, if Austin's, as it were.
Knowlton and Zeus still with bludgeon control.
Yeah, no, he's not slowing down. Gregoire's all the way in the lane. His
The
shot
goal's no
goes
good.
wide. Austin just can't get through the mental block of this last goal for the second straight game.
Backman now in its seeker. I don't know if it's going to matter.
Havlin Zoo back in the game.
But Boston is going to try and kill this penalty. And a great beat by Havlin there on Wang. And Knowlton is going to have a chance here at the snitch. And Boston is going to walk this up.
Beckman has a grab! Beckman has a grab! A catch,
Boston.
obviously, if this isn't clear, would decide this championship right now.
Boston certainly thinks they have it. It's going to be a long discussion here from the referees.
Hey, championship point, you want to make sure you get your call right. And can you talk about how Austin had multiple possessions with one goal to win there and did not make the most of them? The Boston Knight Riders are your 2019 MLQ champions. They end Austin's streak of 2 consecutive championships in dramatic fashion.
What a performance here from Boston. Even with the player down to find the cinch grab there. A great game from both teams, a great series. Boston was better at the end of each game.
Yeah, what's incredible is this is our third great series between Boston and Austin. Somehow it's never gone to a game 3. 2-0 every time, even as close as they've been. Austin, I think they're going to be kicking themselves. I think they definitely missed some chances in both games. Anytime you have a game that's this close, you're going to be kicking yourself about a few opportunities. But Boston retakes control of the Benepe Cup. They are now have 3 MLQ titles to Austin's 2. But really, I think beyond that, just looking even further down the brackets, what New York was able to do, etc., parity is definitely creeping further and further into the top of this MLQ bracket. So that's going to do it for us for here. Now we'll get someone from Boston in for an interview. We'll come back for the medal award ceremony in just a minute. Please keep watching, and thank you for watching these finals. Boston Knight Riders, your 2019 MLQ champions.